do you love animals? If you answered yes to that question, then have you considered veganism? If you answered no to that question, again, are you considering veganism? There's in this video, I'm going to be talking about many types of vegan diets, and I'm going to be talking about what the vegan lifestyle is based upon and what it's about, and why it's the ethical and the better way to help your body and the environment. So, with that being said, I'm just going to get right into this video. I do have some proof for you guys, in case you wanted to know, and I am going to be leaving links down in the description for you guys to actually read the website to its entirety for yourself. Alright, so what veganism is. Basically, veganism is that people, I'm going to put this in the simplest form because when you look it up, it gives you a whole bunch of vocabulary. The simple reason why people become vegan, and the simple reason why it's a thing today, is because people become vegan for the ethical reasons. And by ethical meaning that they do not want to harm animals in any way, and that they treat animals the same way as they're supposed to be treated. Animals were not put here on our earth for us to just devour, and that's just the truth of it. And people become vegans not only for many health and medical reasons, but because they choose to for the ethical treatment of animals. So yeah. Another thing is what veganism is. That's the big question. What is veganism and why is it important? Veganism is basically when a person, and people tend to confuse this with vegetarian, like being a vegetarian. It's kind of the same, kind of different. Vegetarian means that they eat no meat whatsoever, no fish, no sea, no nothing. They eat no meat, no products of animals that were harmed or dead. So that's what they do. However, they do eat dairy, and they do eat like cheese and milk, dairy. So they can't eat that. So vegetarians do still eat dairy products. As opposed to being a vegan, we do not eat any dairy. We do not eat anything coming from animals or that is an animal. We just live on the plant-based diet with fruits, vegetables, and etc. Starches, carbohydrates, same thing. So that's the little bit of a difference, and sometimes people get those confused. But veganism is mainly just plant-based lifestyle. There are so many diets to veganism. There's raw till 4, there's just completely packing in everything and all that stuff, all the calories you need, because people seem to forget this too. And I think that's why there's such a stigma towards veganism. There's such a stigma towards being a vegan because people think that, oh, you're starving yourself, you need more nutrients. However, studies in health and medical records and books and everything that has been published and on articles have shown that there are completely different sides to the story. As opposed to somebody eating eggs, their risk for heart disease goes up a substantial amount compared to vegans that don't eat any dairy, don't eat any eggs. They actually, in the long run, are more healthier, and that's been proven a couple times with many tests that they have taken. Like I said, people go to veganism for many reasons, as well as health purposes. But anyway, there's a stigma towards veganism because people think that there's a stigma towards veganism because people think that you're starving yourself, when all reality, veganism's packing those plants, those fruits, and it's something that is natural and something that our body's used to. And yeah, and people think that veganism's, if you're not a vegan, you should go die, you should this. That's not true. Vegans are completely understandable. We just like to, push our beliefs to other people because it's all about making a change, and the change starts with us. And if you love animals and you care about animals, it's sort of hypocritical. To go behind their backs and eat them, don't you think? If you have a dog, why is it different than a pig? They're both animals. If you wouldn't eat your dog, why are you eating a pig? They're just living creatures and living beings. And that's why people go vegan. And vegetarian for that matter. Now, here's the thing. If you were listening to this and you're like, I want to, but it's too expensive, or I want to, but I'm not creative with meals, I don't know what I would even eat, or I want to, but it's not sustainable for me. I'd probably want meat in like a week. If you're thinking any of these while you're listening to this, I will, one by one, go through those. It's really not that expensive. And people say that all the time. They use money as an excuse to why they can't go vegan. It really shouldn't be used as an excuse because they're the same prices, if not cheaper. So, yeah, that's one of them. Another thing is you want to go craving meat. Actually, no, you wouldn't. If you stay on a vegan lifestyle, there's people who have stayed to veganism for 15, 25 years. Did I just go up in fives? I did. There's people that have stayed for 5 years, to 10 years, to 15, to 20. There's people can stay on long years with being a vegan, because once you get the nutrients that your body needs, that glucose, those carbs, once you get that, your body sort of just normalizes and you don't crave those things. We're not put here to eat meat. We're not put here to eat other animals. We're just here to coexist. And yeah. So if you think you would crave a steak, if you try a vegan lifestyle the best way you can to the best entirety, and you really try, you won't be craving meat anymore. And it's sort of the point where when you watch videos of veganism and when you watch recipes and watch all the horrible things that happen to animals, it kind of changes your mind. I think if people really saw what happened to that hamburger before they ate it, I think they would change their minds. It's all about people not being ignorant to a topic. Another thing is you couldn't get recipes. That is not true. I actually looked up veganism on YouTube. Come on, you guys. 2016. The internet is soaring. You can find any piece of information on the internet. Some of most is true. And what you can do is type in vegans or veganism or whatever. I found some Wikipedia sites. You can find any sites, but these are just what I am showing you to you guys today. And you can also type in vegan recipes. And then if you're a beginner, you can type in beginners, or you can type in for kids, or you can type in, for weight loss. Whatever you're trying to do, you can type that in and use it to your advantage. Use YouTube, use Google, use whatever you want. You can also find so many people that support the vegan lifestyle and that talk about it all the time in their videos. And I show you guys, there's so many people. This is a community. And when you build that, that gain of knowledge and knowing what you really want to do, veganism, for me personally, veganism is the best option. And I enjoy it. You get more energy. A lot of people say great things about it, and a lot of people say negative. And the reason they say that is because they don't get the calories they need, and it's basically restriction. But if you that's where honestly try and honestly want to be vegan, if you put that foot forward, you're not going to want to step back. This presentation, or this speech, or this video, whatever you want to call it, this video is not to tell you that if you're not vegan, you're bad, you're bad. It's to tell you, look, this is the lifestyle. If you want to come on in, come on in. There's so much information that you can look up online, so much facts, so much studies, so much, videos that you can look up online, and that's ultimately your decision. I'm just here to show you guys that I love animals, I love the world, and I think veganism is so important, and it helps with the environment and helps with animals. Again, if you love animals, if you said yes, why not veganism? If you said, no, I don't like animals, veganism still could be for you. It's not about just necessarily animals. It's about medical, whatever you want to do. It is sustainable. And yeah, so take this moment to really research and educate yourself, and the door is open. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, speech presentation, and yeah. Hope you guys consider, and goodbye.